Coming right up, the Rockets taking on the Pelicans. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. They've got Anthony Davis. Zion Williamson is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Scott in at the 3. And for Houston, at the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. Alperen Şengün out there with Thompson. And it's Yao in at the 5. Here on opening day. And what a great day it is. Greg, what are these players feeling as they tip off this new season?
It is always exciting to start a new season. Players are just filled with hope and optimism, especially after putting in all that offseason work.
Now, here is Irving. Davis with a screen on Van Vliet. Irving kicks to Scott. Shot clock at 5. Yao with the play.
Oh, this is the impact Ming makes defensively, using that huge reach to block or alter shots.
Now here's Van Vliet. And he really played well against Denver. Green against Williamson. Green passes to Şengün. Over Irving. And Davis pulls it down.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Huge advantage for Wembanyama to see over everybody.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Williamson against Green. Shot from free throw range. That one goes. Count it.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Scott's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. For 3, Van Vliet hits it from three-point range.
Just another day doing what he does. Van Vliet lines it up and drills it.
Wembanyama, a screen on Van Vliet. Irving passes to Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there.
He's lucky to get away with that, though, guys. I mean, it could have earned him a technical for hanging on too long.
Now here's Green. Scheming at 34 points. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Now, here's Thompson, following the miss by Anthony Davis. Pass to Yao. Over Wembanyama. Yao misses.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
And it's Scott with the jam.
Making plays for others, Wembanyama.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
And let's take a look now at Victor Wembanyama's numbers. Great showing for him last season. And he also finished the season in the top 10 in rebounding. It's just a terrific year on the glass.
Clearly one of the best at what he does. Some of his highlight rejections were out of sight. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Houston. They trail by 1. Takes the 13-footer. Almost, but it rolls out. The Pelicans have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's Scott, and the dunk by Scott.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Ugh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
For Houston, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And it's Green missing.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Wembanyama, a screen. Williamson, the pass to Wembanyama. Good work defensively by Yao. Rockets trail by 3. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
The drive by Thompson.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
And there's the drive. And it's Scott with the jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Outside, Green. Şengün against Williamson. 5 on the clock. Green. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Now, here's Scott. 8 points for him.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Clark watching Amen Thompson. He is just a different kind of athlete.
He sure is, boy. Special as an athlete. And we've got some of the greatest athletes in the world across the NBA. He's smooth, he's explosive, he's fluid, well coordinated. Seems like he just kind of floats in the air. It's special to watch him do his thing.
Van Vliet passes to Şengün. Here's Yao, defended by Wembanyama.
Check out Yao doing big man things. This guy's size makes those openings easy picking.
Scott, the pass to Wembanyama. Outside, Davis. Wembanyama, a screen on Şengün. Davis makes it off the glass.
Well, the long stride there gets Davis inside quickly, and the defense really unprepared to deal with him, and he gets to a shot.
And we got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He wants to talk to his guys. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
I had a chance to talk with the head coach, Ime Udoka. Now, Coach immediately recognized the many talents of Kyrie Irving. One thing he pointed out was not losing Irving on defense. Coach said Irving is just as dangerous without the ball. We can't let him get behind us. We have to make sure someone is on him at all times. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Tari Eason's checked in for Fred VanVleet. Eason gets a wide-open look. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Nice to see such unselfish play from Green, putting the team ahead of himself.
And then Skeet slams it in.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Outside, Green. Over Irving. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Green's got 6.
You know, with his quickness, he's already good at creating separation for his shot. And we know he doesn't need much room to get his shot off either.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Green drives in.
His great length really helps AD defensively.
Here's Green. He has 6. Şengün with the screen for Green. Just 4 to shoot. Offline with his 3. New Orleans in the lead. Williamson left side. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Now, here's Şengün. His last outing with 20 points. Back to Green. Thompson, a screen on Irving. And here's Green outside. Drains the three-pointer. He's got 9.
Green getting very aggressive on the perimeter and really good concentration as he focused on his shot.
Scott dishes to Davis. Outside for Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
And here is Green. He's got 9. Thompson outside. Back to Green. Thompson looking for an opening. And Yao gets it to go on the assist by Thompson. Yao's got it all tied up now for Houston.
This is why they get Yao the ball inside. He's basically unguardable this close to the rim.
Outside for Davis. Here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
That's amazing play down in the big boy area, powering that thing down on a much taller defender.
Rockets have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Thompson outside. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Thompson's got his second basket of the night.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Now, here is Irving. Yep, it counts.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Irving against Green. And Davis sends it back.
A two-way star, AD has led the league in shot blocking on multiple occasions.
And it's Williamson missing.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane.
On the wing, Green. He's covered by Irving. Green taking his time here. Yao in the post. Working on Williamson. Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
And the Rockets making a change here. Beverly's checked in. Davis finds Wembanyama. Outside for Davis. Lets it go from deep. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 3 assists in the game. Now here's Green. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Beverly.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
It's Şengün, top of the key. And it's Beverly missing.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
Here's Williamson and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Irving against Beverly. To the middle. Here's Şengün. And Davis sends it back. And for the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it last. Houston making some changes. Smith checked in for Yao. And it's Dylan Brooks in for Alperen Şengün. Another miss by Houston.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Now, here's Scott. 12 points for him. In the corner, it's Wembanyama. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Smith against Wembanyama. And it's Smith missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the first. To end the run. And Davis sends it back. They get it back.
And the incredible reach of Wembanyama helping him knock away that one.
Outside, Scott. Driving the lane. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
That's good from Scott. And so Green will bring it up for Houston. 11-point game. Their last encounter was in New Orleans, where they were able to handle the Pelicans.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
And you know what? If they run away with this game like they did in that one, I'd expect to see plenty of minutes again for the guys coming off the bench.
And so it's New Orleans holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And don't go away. We'll be right back. So far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for New Orleans.
You have to give them credit for their defense here in the early stages. I mean, they've shown tremendous anticipation, on the same page as a unit defensively, especially on those block shots.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Smith is out there with Tari Eason. And it's Beverly in at the point guard. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets.
Sometimes Green just makes it look so easy.
Now Scott. And Wembanyama outside. They get the rebound. Scott with the ball. With the drive. And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll, I can guard the post, I can guard the pin down. So that's my ability. My ability defensively is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much. Drawing fouls. Clark getting to the line, all part of the game, but do you think players try and draw fouls too often now?
I do in some cases, but I think it's more on an individual basis. I mean, players have to do what they need to do to try to score the ball, but I don't think anybody likes, one, guys flopping the draw fouls, and then two, whining when fouls aren't called.
Fred VanVleet is checked in for Houston. Trey Murphy's checked in for New Orleans. Green drives in, and the rejection by Wembanyama. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. There's a good screen. Inside, the kick out to Scott. Shot clock at 6. Wembanyama down low, guarded by Green. Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against the Nuggets in Ball Arena. Brooks, the pass to Green. VanVleet wide open. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists tonight.
A versatile three-point shooter. VanVleet can hurt you from anywhere behind that arc.
Adams, he's checked in for the Rockets. The Pelicans have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Scott with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks. Here's Scott. He's got 19. There's the drive. And it's good for 2. Scott's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Green against Williamson. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
And the Rockets making a change here. Smith is checked in. Here's VanVleet. He has 6. Here's Eason. And he uses the glass on the layup. Eason's got 5 now.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Scott inside, working on Green. Good on the bucket.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. Victor Wembanyama, number 1. 4th, Anthony Davis.
And when either of those guys are on the floor, that low post defense is immediately something their teammates don't have to worry about. That's a very comforting feeling.
Şengün's checked in for Smith. Right wing. Eason against Williamson. Fires for three. Eason grabs the board.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Pass to Şengün. A miss that time would have put him up. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Scott against Brooks. Wembanyama shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Van Vliet picks one up.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Clark, Kyrie Irving has got to be as skilled a player as we've seen in the NBA.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know if I've ever seen a better layup maker than him. I played against Isaiah Thomas and read about Nate Archibald and some of the other great small ball guards. But, man, this kid, Kyrie Irving, a young man now, 50, 40, 90 on the season. And a lot of times he's taking acrobatic layups against 6'9", and 7-foot guys. Special.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
And they were one of the NBA's top 5 fast break teams. Not many were better on the break than this group.
And you just mentioned it. What a year it was for them on the glass. The sheer effort and energy they put into their rebounding was tremendous. Now Eason. 5 points in the game. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. 6 on the shot clock. Scott against Green. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Well, that's just the pure strength and explosiveness of Williamson. Easily finishes there through the contact.
Green finds Eason. Good. It is Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 4th assist in this one.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Yao checked in for Brooks. New Orleans making a switch here. And the Pelicans with possession here. They've led by as many as 11 points. There's the screen. McCollum against Van Vliet. Here's Misa. Whoa, what a finish!
Looking back at McCollum's breakout 3rd year, yeah, the scoring skyrocketed, but that assist rate went up as well. Effective as a decision maker.
Here's Şengün. Pelicans with the rebound. Scott's got his 4th rebound in this one. Driving to the basket. And it's Scott with the jam.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
To the paint. Got a piece of it. That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Yao.
There are big men. And then there's Yao Ming. Wow. Wow. Wow.
And it's Scott with the jam.
And I would not be surprised to see them double him up here.
The Pelicans have missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just 1 or 2 guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
Houston making a switch. Beverly's checked in. Here's Eason. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
There's a screen. And G.A., what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room, and he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer. Your classic combo guard, C.J. McCollum can play off the ball as a shooting guard, but also can run the point at times, a valuable piece for this team.
Yao kicks to Van Vliet. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot. Yeah. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Scott's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And a moment now to check out who the Pelicans have coming up. On Friday, they'll head home to take on the Utah Jazz.
And for the matchup with the Grizzlies, that's one to mark on the schedule. It's their 5th game of the year, and we should start to see their lineups get sorted out. And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Beverly, a pass to Şengün. Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Nuggets trail by 9. Here's Eason. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Here's McCollum. The teardrop falls in. And the Pelicans lead by 9.
Yeah, we know CJ's got a good shot, but he is at his best going to the rim.
Houston's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. McCollum against Van Vliet. Here's Beverly. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. Now that they have the lead, they don't seem as determined to pound it down low.
Man, I tell you, you really have to appreciate how much Beverly hustles. He plays hungry and with an edge. He's skilled, though, on both ends of the floor in addition to that. And, you know, I'm not quite sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave somebody like him uncovered.
Now here's Van Vliet. 6 points for him. Pass to Şengün. Houston moving it around. Yao controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And sometimes it's impossible trying to contain Yao. He's so big and just slams misses in with ease.
And here is Marshall. Still yet to score. A shot goes in. First shot, first basket. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Rockets. They trail by 9 points. Eason against Scott. Şengün with the ball. Lock at 6. Pick by Yao. Pulls up. Kept alive. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Yao's got 6 points in the quarter.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Smart pass by C.J. McCollum. I mean, he's got an eye for dropping dimes.
And there's a minute 45 left in the second quarter. Van Vliet against McCollum. Back to Van Vliet. Şengün passes to Yao. To the left side wing. Şengün kicks to Van Vliet to the inside. And it's blocked. Here's Marshall. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Van Vliet sets the pick for Beverly. 55 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And that's off the glass and in.
Yeah, love seeing Beverly shoot off the pick there. I mean, all he needs is a sliver of daylight.
And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. The Pelicans, 4th.
Their long-range shooting last year was nothing short of spectacular. I mean, they were absolutely unconscious from the three-point line.
Houston making some changes. Amen Thompson comes in for Tari Eason. And it's Green in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Şengün. Out to Thompson. Back to Şengün. Hesti out. Here's Green. Over Marshall. Yep, it goes in, and the Pelican lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Green.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
Here's Scott, and it's Scott with the jam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Here's Van Vliet. And that one drops. Van Vliet's got 5 points now this quarter. Now Scott. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so it's New Orleans in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, they got themselves going in the second quarter. How do you get control of the game back?
It starts with not getting the ball out of the net. You know, we got to get stops, and it starts in that end. That's where it's really going to start for us. And we just got to continue to compete. That's all.
Kyrie, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Welcome in for halftime. And what's on tap, you ask? I can answer that. So far, it's been a nice outing for the New Orleans Pelicans.
I love their game plan. Work the rock inside until someone stops it.
It's a simple, direct strategy, Shaq. And when you can pull it off, it gives you a multitude of options offensively.
And now here's something that's always interesting. Let's see what the fans are up to on social media. Here we go. Deep 3 Christie wants to know the following. If you guys could be one animal, what would it be and why?
Well, since my nickname is the Jet.
What's that have to do with being an animal?
Because you think I want to fly.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like an eagle, but it's not. I'd like to be a cheetah.
You mean a bald eagle? Get it? I would be a dinosaur, Ernie. You know the name I'm about to tell you. Shaqosaurus Rex, the ruler of the animal kingdom.
Well, you're definitely a dinosaur in real life, so it's fitting.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. A-Train has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Rockets trail by 8. Tipping off the second half. Here's Willie Green's 5. They've got Scott. Also Trey Murphy out there. And it's Marshall in at the 2. And Thompson throws it down.
Showcasing that vertical. Love seeing Thompson be assertive.
They set the pick. Here's Scott driving inside. And finished off by Scott.
It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
Houston's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Pass to Şengün. Looks for Yao. Gets it to him. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They've led by as many as 11 points.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. Not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good bets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report. Down low, Nisi. Green with the rebound. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. 6-point game. Comes up empty down low. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Drive by Scott. And it's Scott with the jam.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
Green inside the three-point line. Again, the miss by Green.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Pass to Nisi. Back to McCollum. Just 5 on the clock. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. McCollum's got 5 now.
Yeah, McCollum, he can find shots in the mid-range. That's part of his versatility.
And we've got a timeout called. From Ime Udoka. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Outside, Green. For 3, Van Vliet. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got 5 assists tonight. New Orleans leading by 7. Davis with a screen on Thompson. Thompson against Williamson. And it's blocked by Şengün.
Look at how Şengün attacks the ball, doing all he can to reel it in.
Here's Irving. They grab their own miss. Scott against Green. Wembanyama, a screen. Here's Scott, drives to the hoop. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
No way, says Wembanyama. Not on my block.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose.
Now that is some real industrial size strength right there.
Now here's Van Vliet. 11 points in the game. And he banks in the layup. Van Vliet's got 5 points now this quarter.
This is how Van Vliet beats you, being smart and crafty with his dribble.
Well, there's no question, and he welcomes this, that Anthony Davis shoulders a heavy load on the defensive end.
And he should, and he does. I mean, he's a true anchor. He protects the rim. He can guard out on the perimeter. He communicates well. He's got an excellent basketball IQ. And he's a guy that can cover up a lot of mistakes from his teammates.
Yao in the post. Defended by Wembanyama. And that one, good. Pelicans leading by 9. Wembanyama, a screen on Thompson. Williamson, the pass to Wembanyama.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
And here is Van Vliet. 13 points in the game. Outside, Green. Back to Van Vliet. Yao with a screen on Scott. Pass to Yao. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
And Yao is clever with that pump fake, going right into the contact once he gets the D in the air.
Both good from the line that time.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Wembanyama, a screen. Here's Scott, the kick out to Irving. Six to shoot. Wembanyama, a screen on Van Vliet. Wembanyama with the aggressive finish.
Big time slam by Wembanyama. This is why you gotta push him out of the paint.
On the wing, Green, covered by Williamson. Yao with a screen on Irving. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Wembanyama with the rebound.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Here's Scott going inside, and then Scott slams it in.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
Okay, let's take a look at Alperon Şengün.
Coming off a terrific season, put up about 21 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
Tari Eason's checked in for the Rockets. And it's the Rockets with the ball. Down by 15. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. The shot by Thompson, no good. Well, for New Orleans, shooting nearly 70% from the floor, they're putting on a clinic offensively. Williamson outside. Pass to Wembanyama. And here is Scott. He's covered by Eason. Scott can't get it to go. Houston's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. And he gets it to go. And that's now 18 points for Young.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Here's Scott. Good. That's another bucket. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy. Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
And guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
Moving against Green. Pass to Thompson. And it's blocked by Scott.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolute.
Yet another bucket.
And he's nearing the single-game franchise record in scoring.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history to boot. And it's Green with the jam.
Green is a made bucket getter, and his number has been called all night, and he has delivered.
Wembanyama, a screen on Eason. And finished off by Williamson.
Already such a well-coordinated athlete for his size and age. Williamson bringing down the house.
Rockets trail by 17. Outside, Green. Pass to Eason. To the paint. And there's Green on the assist by Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists tonight.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Thompson against Wembanyama. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And a chance here to see the numbers for Davis. Last season, he played outstanding, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game, one of the league's premier offensive threats.
And as you said, a top 3 rebounder last season. He just seems to know how the shot's going to come off the rim, and he always hustles to get there. Brooks checked in for Alperen Şengün. Irving, good.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Wembanyama, a screen on Green. Irving finds Wembanyama.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Rockets trail by 15. Thompson sets the pick for Green. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
I'll tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Irving passes to Scott. 1:43 left in the third. And it's Scott with the jam.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Here's Thompson. 11 points in the game. Outside, Green. Back to Thompson. Pass to Eason. Inside, here's Yao. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
They have not attempted as many threes here in the second half, which I'm scratching my head about. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Irving attacking. 2 points. That one goes. Irving's got 4 this quarter.
We've seen Kyrie do this so many times, precise in the two-man game. Lethal, too.
Thompson outside. Back to Green. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Yao with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. Smith checked in for Houston. And Van Vliet comes in for Amen Thompson. Irving passes to Scott. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And the rejection by Wembanyama. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's foul number 2 for him.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
Green left side. Houston moving it around. Goes up at the stripe. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Wembanyama, a screen on Van Vliet. Here's Williamson, and no good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Pelicans lead by 17. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Pelicans leading by 17. Patrick Beverley out there with Fred Van Vliet. Then it's Alperen Şengün. Then it's Brooks. And it's Eason in at the power forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Sinks the triple.
Big fella spotting up, and AD more than capable of knocking it down.
And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Rockets. Regarding court layout, Clark, do you think there should be more space around the court to reduce collisions?
Yeah, part of me would say that makes a lot of sense and would be prudent. I mean, you've got to balance that with access to fans who want to be for those premiums.
And yep, another basket.
And what a night. Arguably the best in franchise history.
Tying the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket breaks it. Rockets trail by 20. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Beverley against Williamson. Van Vliet. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Irving against Eason. Irving kicks to Scott. Shot clock at 6. And another one falls.
And never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long, long time. Brooks outside. And stolen by Irving. Pelicans leading by 22. Wembanyama, a screen on Beverley, and finished off by Scott.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Houston's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Şengün with the screen for Beverley from the baseline. And Davis sends it back. Williamson outside. Davis with a screen on Brooks. The drive by Williamson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Dylan Brooks.
And we're not used to seeing a big man like Williamson move like this. Puts defenders in a bind.
And things seem to be getting tougher for the big spending teams, Clark, but we're seeing a lot of them go all in before the toughest penalties take effect.
Yeah, you know, the frozen pick provision kicks in next season, and the season after that, luxury taxes ramp way up. Powerhouse teams trying to make hay while the sun shines is a pretty good strategic business move, but the landscape is certainly changing.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
For Houston, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. Clark, famously, Fred VanVleet was undrafted. Why do you think he was overlooked?
Wow, I tell you, I think size, but man, when you look at his intangibles, it's hard to not be impressed with what Fred VanVleet has done. He is an incredible basketball player, smart, tough, skilled, relentless. He's had a great career as an undrafted player.
VanVleet against Scott. Back to Irving. Davis gets a wide open look. No good with the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
What a throwdown by Brooks there. Always looking to establish some force and dominance with his play.
Davis with a screen on VanVleet. And the NBA helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind.
Houston making a switch. Thompson's checked in. VanVleet against Irving. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Rising and shooting. How about Thompson showing some assertiveness off the catch?
Here's Williamson, and finished off by Williamson.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
Houston's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Brooks setting a pick for Thompson. To the inside. Kicks it out to VanVleet. Gets rebounded by New Orleans. Wembanyama's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Scott with the ball. Now defended by Şengün. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Yao checked in for Şengün, and it's Green in for Brooks. Now dishes to Green. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Wembanyama's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Wembanyama, a screen on VanVleet. Irving passes to Wembanyama. They double team Wembanyama. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
From deep, Green. Pelicans with the rebound.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Outside for Davis. Good on the triple. Davis has got 9 points now in just the second half.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. The Pelicans have gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst. The drive by Scott goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Green kicks to Brooks. Green with a screen for Brooks. Back to Green. Pass to Yao. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Yao's got 22 points.
And how about Ming just going to work? His guys are getting him the ball, and boy, is he rewarding.
And the basket by McCollum.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Elbow shot. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Green's got 34.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Now, here's Marshall. Brooks covering. Yao with the block. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. So for the Rockets, Şengün's checked in for Tari Eason. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Dylan Brooks. Scott. It's rebounded by Houston. Green with the ball. Out to the wing. Şengün kicks to Green. And over the last few years, Clark, we have seen an explosion of talent from Canada.
Tell you what, you go back to the mid-2000s, Steve Nash is winning those back-to-back MVPs. That's certainly part of it. But I really think a generation of players picked up the game, seeing guys like Steve Nash, and then the influx of great Canadian collegiate players going on to NBA success has certainly continued to keep that pipeline going.
And so VanVleet will bring it up for the Rockets. Outside, Green. To the middle, here's Yao. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 24 points for Yao.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Doesn't quite have the height, but boy, does McCollum have the heart. He's a relentless finisher in traffic.
C.J. McCollum, 1 shot.
Throw good, McCollum. Houston's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Green drives in, and he gets the bucket. Green's got 36.
One of Green's primary attributes, speed. And when he combines that speed with staying under control, that's a problem.
Scott, he got it again. Sensational. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
Pass to Şengün. VanVleet sets the pick for Şengün. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
Green against Scott. Pass to Misi. Scott with the screen on Thompson. 4 on the clock, and here is Scott. They double him with Green. Scott can't get it to go. Spins. Green passes to Şengün. Back to Green. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Green's got 39.
No wasted motion or hesitation there. Green ready to shoot as soon as he caught it.
McCollum kicks to Marshall. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up.
I certainly hope not.
Houston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
The 8-footer, and got it! Another basket!
And he's now tied for the 4th most points in an NBA game all time. He is knocking down everything.
It's truly one of the greatest games in league history. He cannot miss.
73. What a number. Tying Wilt and David Thompson. Only Wilt and Kobe have more in a single game. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for New Orleans.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for A-Train.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Green's activity on offense is something I really appreciate. Because of that, I think he makes the defense typically commit fouls.
And both free throws good for Green. 55 seconds left in the game. Here's Scott. Fred VanVleet grabs the miss. And it's Houston's ball. The drive by Scott. That one goes. Incredible.
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time individual games in NBA history.
And honestly, guys, I don't know how you stop him. I mean, he's into the mid-70s scoring-wise. Wilt's 78, Kobe's 81, and Wilt's 100 are the only higher scoring games ever.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And Green gets it to go.
Excellent job by Green finishing through that contact.
And the Pelicans with the possession. Here's Scott. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
That's good from Scott. VanVleet against McCollum. VanVleet looking around. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin, here with AD. Hey, you guys seem locked in tonight. What was the key?
We came out aggressive defensively and offensively, and against a team like that, you got to come out aggressive defensively first, and I think we did that through the whole 48.
Yeah, you certainly beat them to the punch, and you beat them on the scoreboard as well, man. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.